Okay, so Susanna is asking, what irrefutable documented evidence can you present that 10 tribes became modern Europe? Anna in the New Testament was of Asher's tribe. Clearly, this refutes your modern Europe claim.
Thank you so much, Susanna, for this question. This is a good question, but I just want to clarify something because I think there's a misunderstanding. I don't want to say on your part, but it kind of sounds like there's a misunderstanding here of what we're saying the 10 tribes are. And I believe you're referring to the post on Daniel chapter 7 on our website. And so we'll go there really quick. So in the book of Daniel, chapter 7, there is a beast with 10 horns. And so it mentions this first in verse 7 of Daniel, chapter 7, basically that, there was this beast and he has 10 of the fourth beast of this prophecy. It says it has 10 horns at the end of it. Now, if you go down, basically, there's an angel that explains, these four beasts to Daniel. And it says that in verse 24, it says, and the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise. And so what we're saying as far as who these 10 kings are in the book of Daniel are 10 tribes that are barbaric tribes. We're not saying these are 10 tribes of Israel. So yes, you're correct because, like you said, Anna in Luke chapter 2, verse 36, she was a tribe of Asher. And so, yeah, she wouldn't have been one of the tribes that became modern Europe because none of the tribes of Israel became modern Europe. We're not saying that at all. What we're saying is that these 10 tribes were barbaric tribes, either the Visigoths, the Ostrogoths. If you go to BibleAsk.org and you look up this question, we actually list all 10 of those European or all those barbaric tribes that became European nations, like the Franks became France, the Visigoths, I believe, became Spain, the Anglo-Saxons became, England, all these different tribes, barbaric tribes, not the tribes of Israel, the barbaric tribes that became modern Europe. Those are different tribes altogether. So that's what we're talking about. And, as far as, what's biblical, as far as what happened to God's 12 tribes, I know 10 were, became Israel, and then the 2 were Judah for a while until, they both apostatized and were, brought into Babylon in exile. And the prophecy for the 10, the 12 tribes basically of Israel, not the barbaric tribes. You see that in Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 15, which is basically that they would be scattered basically throughout the world. And I don't know, if you've heard this or if this is something becoming common knowledge, but what's interesting is how true this prophecy was as well. There's so many people who are getting their DNA tested nowadays. They're, looking at their ancestry, like, ancestry.com or 23andMe, all these different companies that tell you your ancestry. And so many people are coming up with Jewish ancestry, and they're like, where? I'm from Puerto Rico, I'm from Mexico, I'm from South America, all these places all over the world, other places there, and they're all coming up with a lot of them surprising Jewish history. And it's because God's people Israel, the 12 tribes, were scattered all over the world. And that's really something really interesting that's happened. God's word is absolutely true. But I'm sorry that maybe if that wasn't clear on the website, I apologize. But go back to our question on Daniel chapter 7, and you can, I think there's a link that's getting posted, hopefully. And but again, just go to BibleAsk.org and put in Daniel 7, and you'll see down below where we say the 10 kings of Daniel 7 are the 10 barbaric tribes. And we actually list who the names of all those tribes. Like I said, Visigoths, Ostrogoths, Franks, there's 10 of them basically. And those are the tribes we're talking about, not the tribes of Israel at all. So anyways, I hope that clears that up.